Today, I am Jecel Maca-ambac and I am here to discuss about the disadvantages of distance learning. So first, what is distance learning? Distance learning is basically a way of disseminating knowledge where the educators and students are separated in distance on the time or even both. Distance learning might not be the best choice for every student seeking to pursue a college degree. One of the most often used terms after the pandemic is the term new normal. The new normal in education, the increased use of online tools. The COVID-19 pandemic has triggered new ways of learning all around the world. Educational institutions are looking towards online learning platforms to continue with the process of educating students. The new normal is a transformed concept of education with online learning at the core of this transformation. Digital learning has emerged as a necessary resource for students and schools all over the world. And this is the new way of education that we need to adapt. Distance learning have helped realize the educational aspirations of students who could not attend full-time and campus-based classes. Undoubtedly, distance learning offers wide variety of opportunities to students to attain higher education. But it is not all about benefits and advantages indeed. Decoding and understanding the negatives will help institutions in creating strategies for more efficiency developing the lessons, ensuring an interrupted learning journey for students. The first disadvantage of distance learning is number one is high chances of distractions. With no face-to-face interaction with instructors and often students, those who are enrolled on an online program might find it hard to keep track of their course, work, and assignments. That's because there are no constant reminders about pending assignments or deadlines. It only requires one to be able to complete a course successfully. Hence, distance learning are not for those who aren't able to stick to deadlines. Another disadvantage of distance learning is technical difficulties. Includes good typing skills to excel in distance learning setup. Also includes expensive costs like maintenance and purchasing of computer and other equipment to succeed in the learning process. So for those who don't have a reliable source of electricity or don't have reliable internet, it can be difficult to always go somewhere else where internet access is available. And this kind of access is crucial for distance learning. Especially smaller cities and towns, a consistent connection with decent speed is a problem. Without a consistent connection for students or teachers, there can be a lack of continuity in learning for the child. So, student needs to invest to the equipment such as computer, webcam, and stable internet connection. Moreover, the complicated nature of technology used in distance learning only limits online education to students. The third disadvantage of distance learning is quality of faculty compromise. Distance education often plagued by lack of enough good quality faculty members. In other words, even if the instructor is good, he or she may not be comfortable with teaching in an online environment. Distance education providers should realize that it is not about technology, but good and effective teachers that teach students. It requires also the teacher to have a basic understanding of technologies that they can conduct their online classes seamlessly. The next advantage is important to have a good time management skills. Next disadvantage is it is important to have a good time management skills. Students can only benefit from distance learning if they have a better time management skills, because in this mode of learning, students should have self-guided skills in their learning approach. Fifth disadvantage is the inability to focus on screens. For many students, one of the biggest challenges of online learning is the struggles with focusing on the screen for a period of time. Students also can be easily distracted by social media or other sites such as Facebook, ML, or and etc. So then the number 6 disadvantage is distance learning doesn't help our developing oral skills and social interaction. Distance learning only limits students to classes and learning materials that are based online. The students can interact through the chat room, video conferencing software, that the experience cannot be compared to that of a traditional campus. In an online class, there are minimal physical interactions between students and teachers. This often results in a sense of isolation for the students. The number 7 disadvantage is managed screen time. Many parents are concerned about the health hazards of having their children spend so many hours staring at the screen. This is one of the biggest concerns and disadvantages of online learning. With no face-to-face interaction of instructors and other students, those who are enrolled on an online program. And the last disadvantage of distance learning is the difficulty of getting immediate feedback. With emailing assignment, however, it can become more difficult to get feedback you're looking for. You have to wait to your instructor to get a chance to get online, which may not happen frequently as you would like. Though it's definitely not going to get you the immediate responses you'd get if you were able to sit down with your instructor. So, despite of the numerous disadvantages that I mentioned earlier, technology issues, developing of oral skills, and etc., generally, distance education can be the perfect option for working students, and it is important to minimize and avoid all these aforementioned factors or disadvantage. Distance learning will provide better learning options for students. And that's all. And I hope you learn for today's video. Thank you.